We come to you from the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Jay, I'm just trying to match your style.
I now know why guys wear shades when they come to the Staples Center. They have a bright future. While I'm taking mine off, I'm ready to see a star on the court tonight.
The credit card bill is coming your way. So is the start of this one. James to Danny Green. Nice finish at the rim. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that. Frame 6'9", 265 pounds with the agilities of a guard. He can blow by you.
And a putback slam.
And I'm telling you right now, there's always going to be a home for a player in this league for a guy who does the cleanup work around the rim like that.
Goes to the left side to James. Fires the three. His first effort off the mark.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Kuzma to Cousins. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Kuzma to James. LeBron James, 2 of 4 now.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
To Beverly. And counted at the rim.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
It's James controlling the offense. Good. Off a spin.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
It's a big finish.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
LeBron into the front court. They trail by 2. LeBron James. He's now 4 for 6.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to cement his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
James to Kyle Kuzma. Fires the 3. Not done yet. George. Good for 3. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Stepping in for Los Angeles, number 23, Louis Williams.
George. To James. From the painted area, won't go down. To Williams. Nothing going here on that drive. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Misses the first. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. LeBron against Paul George. To Caldwell Pope. LeBron James. LeBron James. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
LBJ has it. Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Turns and slams it down.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
To Kyle Kuzma. Has a look. A shot no good there for Kuzma. Beverly into the front court. Lead stands at 7. Kawhi Leonard. 3 for 6 now.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Caldwell Pope. Jay, they've been waiting for that to go down, but here they are trying to chip away and cut into this margin.
And there's nothing more frustrating as a shooter to get open looks and not see the ball go in. But if they do, that could be the start of a problem.
And they call it.
Just a tic-tac foul.
And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. That's out of bounds. Last touch by LeBron. George.
To number 3, Anthony Davis. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number
Paul
3.
George. He's going to get 3 shots here. A career 84% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. Second and 3 is good. Three for 3. Nice. James. Textbook defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Strong finish for Paul George.
Number 2, Kawhi Leonard.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first quarter. And a nice advantage right now for the Clippers. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. George. Paul George. Now the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Caldwell Pope. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Rebound.
Beverly into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Kawhi Leonard. He's got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2. JaVale McGee to Davis. A drive to the basket, but the shot won't go down. Wide open look, won't go. To Paul George. A big finish at the rim. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Across the timeline comes James. His guys down big to Danny Green. Beyond the arc for 3. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Leonard. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. To Davis. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First try at the line, no good. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Deep left corner. Going to launch beyond the arc. Long Island zone. Danny Green with the three.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
To Beverly. And they called the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
A simple touch foul.
Time for some new personnel into the game.
For the Los Angeles Clippers, number 23, Louis Williams.
Leonard to George. Paul George. It's like he's shooting into the ocean. He has not missed.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas, or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
Here's James for 2. Shot won't go. Kawhi Leonard sizing up Cousins. From long range, tough shot. He hits.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
LeBron James with the rock. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
To Davis. Lets it fly from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Beverly into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. George, it's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. LeBron with it up top. Down a bundle. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
LeBron into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Kuzma.
Hey, we out here. Everybody get back. Get the shooters. Watch the shooters. Watch the shooters. Get back. Get back.
1 minute remaining.
And the Lakers with the rebound. JaVale McGee. Clippers have it. To Paul George. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. And finishes strong.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
James. The pass taken away by the Clippers. To George. Oh, they call him for the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his first personal foul. The Lakers are now in the
George had made his first three, but that shot off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Team foul number 3. Los Angeles Clippers are in the penalty.
Kyle Kuzma, couple of free throws on the way. A career 70% free throw shooter. First one goes down. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Leonard. Oh, knocks it down from three.
Working out,
Deep three at the buzzer. It's good. And it gets them closer as we reach the end of the first half. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Beverly to Paul George. Cousins there for the rebound. To James. Finish that.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
And a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
To number 0, Kyle Kuzma. That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Nothing going here on that drive. And Jay, they call the foul.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Anthony Davis. That's his third personal foul. Team foul number 2.
George. That's how you defend.
He was absolutely scoring at will in the first half. But now that the defense has picked up, don't try to do too much. Less is more.
To Davis for three. And the Clippers able to clear the board. To George. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
Huh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Paul George at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter.
That's me. I got ball.
James. And it's Zubac with the rebound.
Show me something better than
And
that,
you
baby.
knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Kuzma to Danny Green. 4-3. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
And they call it.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
To number 3.
Opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own.
Team foul number 4. Los Angeles Lakers are at the limit.
George knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Here's a chance from long range. He has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's good D. Shot no good.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
And they call it.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Paul George at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. Knocks down the first. And gets both to drop at the line. Lakers at the controls right now. James To Danny Green. Fires the three. No good. To Leonard. And a throwdown.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Let's go. Let's play deep, play deep, play deep.
To Kyle Kuzma. Gets it in the left corner. Fires the three. Oh, he's been on target from downtown, Jay. He's 5 of 7 from 3.
Yeah, he's been able to knock down those shots by having great spacing on the floor. His teammates deserve the credit as much as he does.
Paul George. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Shot off the mark. Good defense. Great feed. Sets it up to Leonard. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down. Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. James into the front court. He'll run the offense. And a nice finish at the rim.
Here's lesson number one. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of breakdance move they might hit you with.
And McGee there for the rebound. To James. Had a chance, but it's no good. To Harkless. JaVale McGee to Danny Green. Beyond the arc for 3. No good. That's great defense.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
James, not sure what that was all about. It's no good. Harkless. To Paul George. DeMarcus Cousins. Huge block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Kyle Kuzma, strong finish.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Danny Green, snatching it out of the air. JaVale McGee, able to recover with the block. 3 quarters down. It's been all Clippers so far. It's Lakers ball as we start the 4th quarter, and this has not been one of their better performances to this point. They've been out of sorts all afternoon.
And one of the most difficult challenges we have in this life is when we bring our personal life into our workspace. It looks like they were never in the game to begin with.
Williams. LeBron James with the piece.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
And stuffs it home.
And easy, too. Get back on defense.
And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
LeBron James. That's his 2nd personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Oh, they called the foul.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
That's his 3rd personal foul. Team foul number 2.
Williams. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit. To Caldwell Pope. Going to launch beyond the arc. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Harkless. Anthony Davis sends it away.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. First free throw is good. Two for two on that trip. To Leonard. And a whistle.
Just a tic-tac foul.
To number 3, Anthony Davis.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
Number 15, DeMarcus Cousins.
Leonard. And he buries it.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Get it. Knock that down, yo. Knock that down.
To Leonard. Anthony Davis. Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D. You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Williams across the timeline. His guys hold a commanding lead. Hat-trick Beverly. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
It's James controlling the offense. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
JaVale McGee has got 2 shots coming. History not on his side. 58% from the line. Able to convert on both free throws. Strong finisher, Paul George.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
LeBron into the front court. His guys down big. Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
Oh my goodness! Someone please patch me into the arena intercom. Clean up on aisle 3.
Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Ed and I want to go home too, but fouls like that only stop the clock for all of us.
Ivica Zubac. Couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. To Caldwell Pope. To Kyle Kuzma. JaVale McGee. Clippers have got it.
2 minutes remaining.
DeMarcus Cousins pins it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Gets to the basket and scores.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Kyle Kuzma. James. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Leonard. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that 3.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
Here we go.
From long range, he's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Kyle Kuzma. Oh, that's how it's done.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
And he drains it.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
It's James. He was all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
JaVale McGee. Clippers have it.
That's all she wrote. Dribble it out.
Leonard. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
If you would like to participate in an upcoming event, you can register at our team website for more details.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. James. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Here's Leonard for two. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
There's something that is so impressive about what we saw this evening. Not just the shot-making ability, but the fact that not every shot came from the pocket. There were some bad passes being made, and the shots came from different places around the body, which aren't usual for the typical shot. That shot-making ability, that's something special to watch.
It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire